Many of you undertake a lot of activities that you want to be the best at, your peak performance, your ultimatum goals, your highest achievements. And this is especially true in the physically fit world, whether it's exercise, athletics, or just plain looking good. Now, I'm Flynn Hilgreave, and I'm here to sell you the product that you need for my expertise to be able to make sure that you achieve your highest fitness goals possible. A lot of people, when they first start off, or even now, don't have the right equipment for when it comes to being able to perform their activities. Whether it's the wrong belt, it's the wrong bar, it's the wrong strap, or just plain the wrong shoes, many people aren't performing at their best because they don't have the equipment or the support that they need. Now, I polled many athletes, and 85% of them said that equipment is an essential part of training, a cornerstone to being able to achieve the things that they are at the top of their class at. Whether it's a power lifter, making sure his core is stabilized, whether it's a swimmer with the right cap, or whether it's a track athlete with the right shoes, they all continually said that the equipment is where it counts. And to be frank, without your equipment, you're just not going to be able to perform like you should. You're not going to be able to add that 5 pounds to your lift. You're not going to be able to shave off those couple seconds, and you're not going to be able to reach for the gold. As hard as it is, equipment is the cornerstone of any great athlete's achievements. Now, you might be asking yourself, how can I fix this? How can I be able to put myself in the best position to succeed? Now, the answer is with two solutions, especially in the competitive rock climbing field. Now, these two solutions are an infinite climbing wall or a rock climbing wall, or a regular rock climbing wall for that matter. You might be asking yourself, I've never heard of an infinite rock climbing wall. What might that bring? Now, an infinite rock climbing wall functions much like a conveyor belt. The wall constantly rotates as you move up it, bringing on new grips, new holes, and a speed that you can customize yourself with just how fast that you want to go. It's also customizable to the point where you can miss and match to help better perform your mind and your body. And now we move on to the regular rock climbing wall. This is also a tradition. This is more of a traditional sense. You would see these things at our very own LSU UREC, where you can just climb up as slow as you can go. It's usually a nice consistent pace and nice consistent and a nice traditional style of doing so. Now, here's why the infinite rock wall is much better suited towards achieving your highest goal possible. Now, you can do the same climb on the traditional wall time after time after time with no challenge, with no enthusiasm, and with no spark. But with the infinite rock climbing wall, you are being able to perform at paces and at ways that you would never have thought. And it benefits you specifically. You are able to achieve a peak physical performance in a way that you couldn't have thought of with this innovative new product. Now, you might be asking yourself, the word infinite, it sounds so complicated. How could that be? And trust me, it's not. I talked to many competitive rock climbers and many who are experts in their field, not only in achieving results, but just plain good. And they also said that the infinite rock climbing wall is something that they would purchase, no questions asked. It provides them a sense of new challenge and new difficulty, which translates directly to the competition field or just being plain ripped. Now, I talked to one of my great friends who's a competitive rock climber, and he was consistently getting the fourth and the fifth places. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. And then I introduced him to the infinite rock climbing wall. And, he took it under his wing. He started going for 2 or 3 months with this wall, new customs, new paces, new speeds. And I went to go see one of his competitions after those couple of months, and he was flying up that wall. And the gold on his neck looked a little bit better than everybody else's. And even if you're not a competitive rock climber, it still pertains to you, whether you want to get your core in shape, your back in shape, your arms, your legs. The infinite wall is just made for you because it's so customizable. It so pertains to what you need to do, whether you're an expert or just starting out. It's all made for you. Now, it's time for you to buy it. It's time for you to stop being average. It's time for you to stop saying, maybe tomorrow. And it's time for you to be able to take up your own life and your own results. You may be asking yourself, how could I do that? Quite simple. You go to our website, you pick out the style that you want, whether it's the length or whether it's the grips. You say, what's right for me? And once you do so, click that order button. It comes right to you. Set it up in your own home, set it up in your own gym, set it up in your own backyard. It doesn't matter because it works for you. Anyone can do this.